In Greek mythology, Zeus was the leader of the gods who controlled the universe. Zeus was a hero, a father, and much more, but what made him such an intriguing and grand figure was not his strength, but the various difficulties that shaped Zeus and his turbulent reign. Cronos, one of the Titans, was the son of Uranus, the god of the sky, and Gaia, the goddess of the earth. He became the leader of the Titans after overthrowing his father, Uranus, in an act of rebellion, encouraged by his mother, Gaia. Uranus had imprisoned his children, the Titans, in Tartarus, an underground prison, which led Gaia to ask Cronos to free his brothers and avenge her imprisoned children. After becoming the ruler, Cronos learned of a prophecy that said he would be overthrown by one of his own children, just as he had done to his father, Uranus. This prophecy was revealed by Gaia and Uranus, predicting that one of his children would repeat the cycle of succession and rebellion. Rhea, also a Titaness and Cronos' sister, became his wife. Fearing this prophecy, Cronos swallowed all of his children, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades and Poseidon, thus securing his reign. Rhea, Zeus's mother, could not bear to see her children suffer this fate, so when Zeus was born, she devised a plan to save him. She gave Cronos a stone wrapped in baby clothes to swallow instead of Zeus, hiding her true son on the island of Crete. There, Zeus grew up in secret, under the care of the nymphs, and was nourished by the divine goat Amalthea, while being guarded by the young warriors known as the Curetes, who clashed their weapons to disguise the baby Zeus's cries and hide him from his father Cronos. As he matured, Zeus became aware of his divine heritage and his destiny to overthrow Cronos. With the help of Métis, the Titaness of wisdom and cunning, Zeus devised a plan to force Cronos to return his siblings, who had been imprisoned within him for so long. Métis prepared a special potion to compel Cronos to vomit his devoured children. With the potion in hand, Zeus infiltrated Cronos' realm and managed to get him to ingest the potion. This caused Cronos to vomit his children one by one, as well as the stone he had swallowed instead of Zeus. This event marked the beginning of a new alliance between the siblings to confront Cronos and the Titans. After freeing his siblings, Zeus sought powerful allies. He liberated the 100-handed giants known as the Hecatonchires and the Cyclopes from Tartarus, convincing them to fight against his father. In gratitude, the Cyclopes forged thunderbolts for Zeus, a trident for Poseidon, and a helmet of invisibility for Hades, two of Zeus's brothers. With the help of his siblings and new allies, the time had finally come for the prophecy to be fulfilled. This was the moment when Zeus decided to dethrone his father Cronos, giving rise to the Battle of Titanomachy. In the first attack, from the top of Mount Olympus, Zeus hurled a deadly thunderbolt at the Titans, causing the entire planet to tremble. During the battle, the Hecatonchires hurled gigantic stones with their many hands against the Titans, and the Cyclopes provided support to the Olympian gods with their weapon-forging skills, while the Olympian gods advanced against the Titans. According to the words of a poet named Hesiod, it seemed, hearing and seeing such great noise and light, that the earth and the sky were confused, for the tumult of the earth being crushed and the sky crashing upon it was enormous. Such was the noise of the gods' battle. At the same time, the winds, shaking, raised dust, thunder, lightning, and the burning bolt, weapons of great Zeus, and carried the roar and cries into the heart of the fighters. And in the incessant din of the dreadful fight, all showed the strength of their arms. After 10 years of war, the Olympian gods were nearing victory, but the Titans used their last weapon, and from the depths of Tartarus emerged a colossal and dark beast, Typhon, an extremely powerful creature that challenged Zeus, a final obstacle for the gods to reign over the universe. Hours of battle passed between Typhon and Zeus. Zeus dominated the fight, and with a very powerful thunderbolt, struck Typhon, who fell back into the depths of Tartarus, the deepest part of the underworld, along with the other Titans. Zeus punished Atlas, the general of the Titans, by making him hold up the sky, while Cronos, his own father, was imprisoned in the depths of Tartarus forever, thus ending the Battle of Titanomachy. Only a few Titans escaped punishment, such as Themis, the Titaness of justice and law, and her son Prometheus, who was known as the protector of humanity. His first decision as king was to grant control of the seas to Poseidon and control of the underworld to Hades, where the spirits of the dead resided, while he retained control of the skies and the weather. Having taken control of Mount Olympus, Zeus and his allied gods became known as the 12 Olympian gods, ruling over mortals and monsters. Gaia, the personification of the earth and mother of the Titans, was furious with Zeus for the defeat of her children, and the punishments Zeus inflicted on them. In response, she created the giants, beings of immense power, capable of holding mountains in their hands, with the intention of overthrowing Zeus and the other Olympian gods. Gaia then commanded the giants to dethrone the Olympians. The battle began when the giants, led by their most powerful members, attacked Mount Olympus. Armed with stones and tree trunks uprooted from the ground, the giants proved to be formidable adversaries. Among the leaders of the giants were Porphyrion, Alcyoneus, Ephialtes, and Enceladus. The gods knew that the giants could only be defeated by a combined attack from a god and a mortal, so Zeus called upon Hercules, his demigod son, to fight alongside the Olympians. Porphyrion attempted to attack Hera during the battle, but was stopped by Zeus, who hurled a thunderbolt at him. Hercules then shot a lethal arrow, defeating Porphyrion. Alcyoneus was immortal as long as he remained in his homeland, Pallene. Hercules managed to drag him out of his homeland, where he was finally able to defeat him. Ephialtes tried to scale Mount Olympus, but was brought down by an arrow from Apollo, and another strike from Hercules, defeating him. Enceladus was captured by Athena, who buried him under the island of Sicily. With the help of Hercules and the combined strength of the Olympian gods, the giants were finally defeated. After the victory, Zeus imprisoned the giants in the depths of the earth, ensuring that they would no longer pose a threat to Olympus. After the victory in the Gigantomachy, Zeus firmly established himself as the supreme king of the Olympian gods, consolidating his power and profoundly influencing Greek mythology and religion. As the protector of hospitality, Zeus ensured that guests were treated with respect and justice. He severely punished those who violated the rules of hospitality. He was also the guardian of oaths, punishing those who broke their promises. Zeus's love life is one of the most fascinating and complex aspects of his life. His numerous relationships, both with goddesses and mortals, resulted in a vast progeny and often led to divine and human conflicts. According to the poet Hesiod, Zeus took Métis, one of the Oceanids and daughter of Oceanus and Tethys, as his first wife. When Métis was about to give birth to Athena, Zeus swallowed her whole, fearing the prophecy of Gaia and Uranus. They predicted that Métis would give birth to a child who would dethrone Zeus. Thus Métis continued to advise Zeus from within him, and Athena was later born from his head. Zeus's second wife was Themis, a titaness with whom Zeus had the Horai, Eunomia, Dike, and Irene, and the Moirai, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos. Eurynome was Zeus's third wife, an Oceanid with whom he had the Charites, Aglaia, Euphrosyne, and Thalia. In total, Zeus had 7 wives and dozens of children, among them Hercules, Perseus, Apollo, and many others. One of the most remarkable conspiracies against Zeus was orchestrated by Hera, Poseidon, and Athena. Each of them was dissatisfied with the power being concentrated entirely in Zeus's hands, and decided to take measures to temporarily remove him from power. Hera was motivated by jealousy and resentment due to Zeus's infidelities and his domination over the other gods. Poseidon desired more power and freedom in ruling the sea and was frustrated with Zeus's constant interference. Although generally loyal, Athena joined the conspiracy because she was dissatisfied with some of Zeus's decisions and believed she could govern more justly and rationally. The 3 gods combined their forces to capture Zeus. They seized him while he was sleeping, binding him with unbreakable chains. One of the Hecaton Chires, whom Zeus had freed during the Titanomachy, came to his aid. With his immense strength, Briareus managed to liberate Zeus. After dealing with the situation, Zeus was furious with the betrayal. As punishment, he suspended Hera in the sky with golden chains, and Poseidon and Athena were forced to perform humiliating tasks. Poseidon was obliged to build the walls of the city of Troy, while Athena had to temporarily serve the interests of mortals. During a meeting in Mycone to decide the portions of sacrifices, Prometheus tricked Zeus to benefit humans. He divided a large ox into two piles, one with all the meat covered by the ox's grotesque stomach, and the other with bones covered in fat. Zeus chose the pile of bones, establishing that humans would get the best part of the sacrifices, while the gods would receive the burned bones. Enraged by the deception, Zeus forbade the use of fire by humans. Prometheus, however, stole fire from Olympus and gave it to humans. As punishment, Zeus chained Prometheus to a cliff where an eagle attacked him during the day, only for him to regenerate each night. Prometheus was eventually freed by Hercules. Zeus, horrified by human sacrifices and decadence, decided to exterminate humanity. With the help of Poseidon, he flooded the world, leaving only Deucalion and Pyrrha as survivors. Despite the terrible punishments Zeus could inflict, he was also a peacemaker, renowned for reconciling Apollo and Hermes when they quarreled over the first lyre. Similarly, Zeus resolved the conflict between Apollo and Hercules over the Delphic tripod. He also persuaded Hades to allow Persephone to leave the underworld for part of the year, ending the terrible drought that her mother, Demeter, had caused to the human race in protest against her captivity in the underworld. To mere mortals, Zeus was at least fair. At his feet, Zeus had the jars of fate, one filled with bad things and the other with good things, and he distributed both with fairness. Likewise, the moment of a mortal's death was carefully weighed on Zeus's golden scales. Zeus established a long-lasting and stable reign on Mount Olympus, ruling with authority and justice. His influence extended beyond myths, profoundly impacting the culture, religion, and art of ancient Greece. Through his acts of power, wisdom, and at times severity, Zeus solidified himself as the central figure of Greek mythology, symbolizing divine order and supreme authority over gods and mortals. If you enjoyed this video and want to receive more videos like this, support the channel by liking and subscribing. See you in the next video.